Hi, I'm TJ Bencho, Bencho Aurora Contracting Services, standing out here on January 20th, 2016 outside of 1010 North Jefferson. I was asked to come out here and give a quote to renovate this place to have it ready to be a habitable, usable place. The conclusion after walking through the entire property is that we cannot give a price to prepare to do any work on this place. We don't feel safe because the foundation has serious issues, we believe. A structural engineer needs to look at that and have a report. But I'm gonna, this part of the video, I'm gonna look at the front of the house and the porch, and then in the exterior, and then we'll look at the other parts of the house. But this is all based upon if the foundation were sound, which we do not believe it is. So if the foundation were sound, we believe that what could possibly be done to make this a habitable home is you'd have to support the porch roof and rip off this entire front porch wall. You have the face, these stones are just faced, they're all popping off, and you could see that the foundation is actually shifting. So we'd have to rip all that off and fix the foundation, basically tear down and relay the foundation, and then redo the fascia of the house. But what we would propose around the entire house, you'll see, is that all of this is popping off around the entire house and allowing water in. This all needs ripped off, and the whole house needs sided. So that would need ripped down. That whole porch would need rebuilt. That's a major undertaking. You also have these steps shifting away from the house. As you can see, someone tried to repair this in the past and paint over it. Was a temporary fix. Most likely you need to bust this out and build new wooden steps or re-pour cement steps. You also, for safety, that's more than 3 steps high, so you do need handrail and a railing here. As you can see, the inside of this porch, it's falling apart. The porch floor is very soft. I could almost stick my foot all the way through. You need a whole new porch floor, and you would have to get up under here to see what's going on underneath. The roof was poorly laid. I would venture to say there's probably not ice shield, and a lot of the chimneys were not flashed. So then you'd also have to consider smaller things, such as this door being an exterior door. You might want to replace that with a metal door. We didn't test the functionality of the windows. Another thing on the outside is, if you could get video of each and every single window, they are not caulked and sealed. Yeah, you can see that it's clearly, and this is every single window is allowing weather in. This is what's allowing water to get behind, rot the walls, rot the framing, and also pop this off. So when you sided the whole house, you would want to wrap every single window. And you also, if you look at all the softening fascia around the entire house, it's all rotted. I mean, you're not only looking at siding the house, look at this. You actually have to replace soffit and fascia boards. You're talking about thousands upon thousands of dollars. You're almost rebuilding the entire outside of the house is what it comes down to. As you walk around the right side of the house, you'll see that the driveway needs replaced. It's just crumbled apart all the way around back. It's not just a driveway, but you also have a large parking area here in the back that is crumbled and definitely not safe. You can see that currently the downspouts are leading down right against the house, which is causing more foundational issues. We do believe, once again, as you can see, if you take a video from this angle, you can see that this wall is bowed out. It's blown out. It's not just the face, but it's the actual foundation. That's why we don't believe this house is structurally sound and that it should be lived in. But if it were structurally sound, once again, that all needs ripped off and sided. This porch over here is like the front porch. It's all rotted. You can see the wood is rotted throughout. You basically need to rip the porch off or build a new porch. If you try to keep this roof, you can see that the boards underneath are rotted through in many areas. One thing I did forget to point out, if you look at the front gutter and many of the other gutters, they're actually leaned the wrong way, so the water's not actually making it to the downspouts. If you step back and look at the chimney, you'll see that the chimney is not flashed, which is allowing a ton of water to get through. Many of the window sills are popping off because of so much water damage. Once again, here's another example of the fascia boards, and you can see not proper seal on the vents. Walking around to the left side of the house.
This is where all the water comes in.
And this is where all the water pours in. I would venture to say it's because of the angle of the ground, but also it's not being drained properly. It's being drained into this pipe, which is probably broken under the ground, and then it's just released over to here. And as you can see, more of the face popping off, and what's underneath there is all rotted. So this,
There used to be a porch here. There's a door.
there's another exterior door with a,
Wow.
an old porch. And then this sidewalk also, this is part of the house. I would say that that's not up to code or safety by any stretch of the imagination. So there's a lot more, but in summary, like, I mean, you can see those vents also are falling off up there. So in summary, that's the exterior of the house.
Okay, next video will be the inside. Thanks.